Hey guys, so today I'm here with the 4-inch oval bent end side step bars in black, fitting all 2005 and newer double cab Toyota Tacomas. So if you're looking for a boost up into your truck, or you're just looking for something to fill up that wheel-to-wheel space, this option is going to be a really good one to take a look at, and it's also going to be an affordable one at that. This is going to provide you a large 4-inch step to easily get in and out of your truck, and it's going to be a non-slip pad, giving you a little bit of extra traction when doing so. This is also going to provide some lighter protection from any door dings in the parking lot, since they do sit out a little bit farther, or any lighter obstacles on the trail. So if you are looking for something a little bit more heavy duty, I would take a look at some rock slider options, but this is going to be for the guys that are focused on that lighter protection and a boost up into their truck when they need it. So this is going to be made of a durable stainless steel material. Nonetheless, it will be durable and take whatever you throw at it, and it's also going to have a nice black powder coat finish on it, protecting that stainless steel underneath, but also giving you a sleek look to the side of your truck. So these are going to be very affordable, like I mentioned before, at roughly $175, making these one of the most affordable options on the side step page as we speak. So the reason why they are a little bit less expensive is just because of the basic styling and the lighter protection aspect. So some of those more expensive options are usually going to have some more heavy duty protection integrated into their design. Maybe they're going to be made of a durable steel material instead of a lighter weight stainless steel, or they're just going to have a little bit more going on with their design. Some of their options will either have a drop down step or even a removable step, which is going to bump that price up. Nonetheless, I really do like the simplicity out of these. It makes them very affordable, it gets the job done, and they still look very good mounted up to the side of our Tacoma, and not to mention they're easy to install. So speaking of that install, it's going to be 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, very easy to install. You're going to need a couple of basic hand tools. So speaking of the install, let's jump into it now. The tools that I used for my install were a 3/8" drive ratchet, a 5mm Allen socket, or the provided Allen key, and a 13mm deep socket. So to kick off this install, we're going to start by installing our brackets. Now they are going to be side specific as well as position specific. So you will have a passenger front, passenger center, and passenger rear. So I would recommend to get those staged up, as well as your gold hardware, and then we can go ahead and head underneath our truck. So we're going to start with the passenger front. Now you will have threaded holes in the body of your Tacoma. There will be captured nuts back there. So I'm going to start by threading in our hardware. Now it's going to be a flat washer, lock washer, and your bolt. We're going to snug them up, but we're not going to tighten them down, because we do want to make sure that once we get our step on, that everything is lining up with all of our brackets and not just 1 or 2. You will have a little bit of adjustability with these as well, and that's why we just want to get them pretty snug, so we'll still be able to move them and adjust them in the future. So now we can move to our passenger center. So we can do the same thing that we did with that front bracket, take our 2 provided bolts, flat washers and lock washers, and go ahead and thread them in to the captured nut on the inside of the truck. All right, now we can move to the passenger rear. So now we're ready to mount up our side step. You do want to make sure that you have the right side. How you can tell, the step pad will be closer to the bent end on the truck bed side. So you want to make sure that this side is facing the bed of your truck, and then up at the front you're going to have a little bit of space after your step pad and before that bent end, so you can tell that that's the front. So now we can just lay this on our brackets, making sure that our rib nuts on the bottom of our step line up. And then we can head underneath and attach our hardware. So now we can take our flat washer and our button head bolt and thread that in between our bracket and our side step. So again, we want to make sure, just because we have some adjustability within the bracket for the step, we want to make sure that we thread everything in first, and then we can go back and tighten everything down, just in case if it needs an adjustment. Now we can move to the passenger center. So now we can move to the passenger rear. So at this point, we can make sure that the step is flat, but we can go ahead and tighten down those bolts that we just installed, those button head bolts, with a 5mm Allen key or the provided Allen key. So I'm just using an Allen socket. So after we have our step tightened down to our brackets, now we can tighten down our brackets to the body of our Tacoma. I'm going to be using a 13mm socket and a 3/8" drive ratchet in order to do that. So that's going to wrap it up for my review and install. Make sure you like and subscribe, and for more videos like this, always keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.